All right, guys, I just wanted to give everyone this tip today about something that you should really do to all of your holsters. Not only will the holster be more safe and secure, but the biggest thing for me was the holster was way more comfortable, and it changed it like 100% for me, and I'm going to show you why here. You might not think that something so small could have such a big impact, but I'm telling you right now that from the first time I carried these holsters, these hybrid holsters, after doing this to them, it was a whole different experience. It was much better to carry, it was much easier to carry, and it was also much safer and more secure. So I'm going to go ahead right now and set up a holster, and I'm going to do one for you so you can see. Any of your holsters ever look like this when you take them off of your belt after wearing them for a whole day? Well, guys, I know that every time I wear one of these style of hybrid holsters, that this happens with me. And the more I wear the holster, the looser this gets. This was from one time of wearing this holster, and it was snug when I put the holster on. And what happens is as you move around, these clips move a little bit back and forth. Now, the front ones never move as much as the back ones on me. I shoot left. This is a left-handed holster. This can actually get to the point to where this clip can actually come off of here. And that's one thing you do not want to happen. You would probably feel the gun move before anything would ever happen, so I'm not saying the gun's going to hit the deck or the floor, but this is just not safe. Like I said, the longer I go wearing this like this, the looser this becomes, even if I tighten this down. So what you want to do on these screws, and we're going to talk about the comfort issue. There's a huge thing that this helped me with, and that was comfort-wise. But what you want to do is put a drop of the blue thread locker 242 on the screws. I have a crossbreed and some other ones I've done it to, and they have never moved, and it's been probably 2 years. I'm telling you, this stuff is that good. But you can get it back off. You can get the screw back off if you ever need to. Let's talk about comfort-wise. My crossbreed never felt as good as it did after I did this modification to the screws and what I mean by modification is just by putting Loctite on the screw. So what was happening was when I would carry a gun, especially if you're a bigger guy, okay, I think guys that are thinner and have a different body shape probably carry guns a little bit easier than if you're a big guy. So what was happening was these clips were spreading out or coming inward, and the holster was sinking down to the lowest common denominator. So you put the holster on like this, and through the day, my clips were spreading out, and the holster was like sagging. I was wondering, like, why does my grip feel so much closer to my belt after I'd wear one of these holsters for a while? And I could never figure it out. It just didn't feel comfortable. I was always tugging at it, moving it, and pulling the holster around, because what's happening is gravity was pulling the gun to the most open, lowest common denominator, and that would be the place you don't want the gun, where there wasn't enough friction and there wasn't enough stability to hold the gun. It was pulling it to wherever it was easiest for gravity to pull the gun, and sagging it just enough that it was making a huge difference. So after I Loctited the screws on the crossbreed and the other ones that I've done, it was a whole different experience. I put these on, and these stayed solid and stiff like this, and the gun carried totally different. It felt totally different. When I sat down from that instantly, like within the first hour, I knew that was the problem I was having with these hybrid holsters and being a bigger guy. So, like I said, it definitely changed the dynamic of how the gun carried for the better. And you want everything to stay solid, stiff in the way you put it on. When these clips spread or move inward and move along your belt, gravity will always pull the gun to the point it can sag to, and that's what was happening. So I'll go ahead and show you real quick what I'm going to do with the Loctite, and just give you a little brief demo of what I do to these screws. We're going to remove the screws. Now we're going to clean the screws. I'm just using some Frog Lube solvent. You could use any kind of rubbing alcohol for this as well. So you just want to get some on there, and you want to get all the grease, grime, and any type of dirt that would be on there off of the screws before we use the Loctite on them. Okay, so now we're going to put 1 drop of the blue 242 Loctite on this screw. That's probably a little bit too much, but we're not really going to worry about that. The thing is you don't need a whole lot. You just don't, you don't want to make a mess everywhere. Now we're going to tighten the screws back up. So you just seat your screws until they're all the way in, and then I would leave this sit for 24 hours until I wear it again. And that's all you do, guys. These clips will not move, they will not rotate anymore, and you won't have the problem of the sagging and the pulling at the holster and the clips moving back and forth, which, believe it or not, does make a huge difference when you carry a gun when these clips move around. So I just thought I'd give everyone that tip, and maybe it'll help you out like it helped me with the Crossbreed and the other ones I've done it too. It made the whole carry experience different, and it's better and more comfortable. All right, guys, until next time, I got some really cool things coming for the G26. I got 4 add-ons coming, including sights, and I'm going to show everybody a before and after of this gun, and I'm going to customize this gun just the way that I think that all Glock 26s and 27s should be. It'll give you some ideas, and if you have a Glock 26 or 27, maybe you'll want to do some of the things that I'm going to do to this gun. I'll show you that stuff when it gets here. It's in the mail right now. Till next time, guys, this is H4T, and I'll talk to you real soon. Out.